Have you ever heard of dark confidence? Do you even know what it is? I bet it's not what you're thinking. I only found out about this recently, and honestly, at the beginning, it didn't sound like it's even a positive thing. What if I told you that confidence is not about being the loudest in the room, or is not about drawing attention to yourself, always wanting to be the center of attention? What if I told you that true confidence starts inside of you? What if I told you that true confidence that actually stems from within does not seek validation and does not waver under pressure? Welcome to Dark Confidence. It's not that dark, is it? Hi, my name is Christy, and today I want to talk to you about something super important and essential for everyone, and it's confidence. There's a lot of misconception of what confidence is and how do we show confidence. And for the introverts out there that may get labeled as shy or insecure, this is for you, because this might just be your superpower or one of your superpowers. You have many. So what's dark confidence again? It certainly isn't about arrogance, aggression, or even manipulation. It's really about the unshakable belief in yourself that does not rely on external validation, on circumstances, or even on other people. It is quiet, it's calculated, it's resilient. Unlike traditional confidence, which is often associated with extroverts, being sociable, being loud, being bubbly, enthusiastic, not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that at all, but dark confidence is more internal. It's not external, it's internal. It actually comes from self-reliance, from discipline, and a deep understanding of your self-worth. This is why it's actually very good for introverts, because as introverts, we don't really rely on our circumstances or on the people around us for fulfillment. We are happy with ourselves. We actually need our time alone. As every introvert knows, this is how we recharge. It's the type of confidence that says, I don't need approval. I know who I am, and I'm actually comfortable with who I am. Let me tell you something. What is very helpful with confidence is when you do what you say you want to do. I've proven to myself lately that confidence comes from setting a clear goal for yourself, even if it's a baby goal, a very small step, a first step towards your big goal. By setting that goal for yourself and actually doing it, getting it done in a frame of time that you have set for yourself or in a reasonable frame of time, this will build your internal confidence, dark confidence. Just a little thing that I learned lately. It actually took me decades to give that approval to myself, that I know who I am and it's okay to be who I am. It took me a very long time. So don't do like me. When you don't seek attention, when you move with purpose, when you are your authentic self, when you respect yourself, this gives you confidence. How about when you're a quiet introvert, but you know your self-worth and you have a vision, a very clear vision, and you don't let any outsiders interfere with that? That is confidence. When you allow certain kind of mysteriousness, or what others might view as you being mysterious because they don't understand what you're doing or they don't even understand you. When you allow yourself self-assurance and not feeling the constant need to explain or over-explain yourself or why you do what you do or why you think how you think. Because at the end of the day, you're not seeking anyone's approval or anyone's validation. That's confidence. When you know you have that internal power and strength, and you know that you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. That is confidence. Let me just point out one thing here. Confidence obviously is not about an overinflated ego or not seeing your own weaknesses, being full of yourself, not recognizing your faults. That's the very opposite of confidence. A part of confidence is growth and allowing yourself to grow. If you don't do that, that is actually going to work against your confidence, even if you don't see it now. But you will see it at some point. You'll see the results. So dark confidence isn't about being flashy and loud. It's about knowing your own value, even if no one else sees it. So why is dark confidence perfect for introverts? Well, duh, because we already have the foundation for it. Because we don't rely on external factors for validation. Because we are already thinkers. We analyze, we think deep, We see what's beyond the surface. Introverts have self-awareness because we spend a lot of time with ourselves, or a lot, as much as we can. We love spending time with ourselves, and therefore it gives us awareness about who we are. We often recognize our strengths in our weaknesses, and that gives us strength. We are observant. So you know how much you can learn when you observe other people? Introverts don't need external attention to feel worthy. That is a fact. That's very valuable. However, there's always a however. A lot of introverts, or at least some, struggle with self-doubt. You know what? Let me tell you something. Our society is built on, or is made for extroverts. There are definitely more extroverts than introverts in the world. And this is why introverts are the odd ones out. We often feel like we're singled out, or like we don't belong, because we don't have the expected behavior. We're not loud, we're not the most sociable. I mean, I love socializing, but it doesn't come as naturally for me, especially in big crowds. It's a little harder for us. Sadly, society often equates confidence with extroversion, with being so loud and bubbly and so outgoing, so sociable. And this often puts some sort of pressure on introverts, or at least some introverts, because they feel the need to be loud, they feel the need to be outgoing, which is a little bit against our nature. You feel pressured to do certain things that go against who you are, against your nature. It's not the most comfortable place to be. It's not sustainable. It results in self-doubt. It results in you questioning yourself. Why am I different? I'm the odd one out. Most people around me, or all people around me, are not like that. For some reason that I fail to understand, a lot of people think that just because an X amount of people, or just because more people do things a certain way, or do certain things, or are a certain way, or handle situations in a certain way, then that's the way it should be. The norm isn't always right. Just because everyone do something a certain way, or think it's okay to do something, or feel a certain way, or act a certain way, that doesn't make it okay. That doesn't mean that it's the right way to be. That doesn't mean that that's how everyone should be. It's so hard to be an introvert in a world filled with extroverts, because I feel like most extroverts don't understand us. They don't understand our need to be alone. I crave that. They don't understand that we need our time alone to recharge. They don't understand why we get tired of always being surrounded by people or by loud noise. And I understand that. I get it. When you're not like that, when you don't like to be alone, a lot of people do not like to be alone, don't like to have time by themselves. They get bored. My time with myself is very essential, is actually crucial for my sanity. I know a lot of people will not understand that, but you introverts, you are going to be the ones who understand this. Can you feel it? Can you resonate? Leave a comment. Let me know, how do you deal with being introverts in an extroverted society, in an extroverted world? Or if you're an extrovert, let me know. Do you understand introverts? Do you have anyone around you who's an introvert? If so, how do you deal with them? Do you think they're weird? Do you think they're antisocial? Do you think they're too uptight? I think I'm perceived like that a lot of times. It hurts, but that's okay. Leave a comment. Share your stories, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. I'm curious to see how people handle these things. So dark confidence teaches you that you don't have to change who you are or change yourself to be powerful. I mean, yes, we have to change in life, but this is called learning. But that doesn't mean that you change your inner self certain needs. I mean, it's okay if you can't handle big social events for too long. It's okay if you feel drained once you're in a social event, or if you're surrounded by a lot of people for an extended period of time. That's okay. Dark confidence tells you it's okay. No, because you know your power. Know your power within. Know your power. Know your strengths and make them even stronger. Work on them, work with them to make yourself stronger. Don't work against them. Just bump my elbow with the desk. It's okay. Don't work against who you are. Now, again, let me remind you, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't learn and grow and we shouldn't work on our weaknesses. Yes, But certain traits that we have as introverts are actually our strengths, such as being analytical, such as an eye for detail, such as being deep and looking underneath the surface. Yes, these things can work against us sometimes, but oftentimes they contribute to our wisdom. Yes, wisdom is a power, a superpower actually. We have to know our weaknesses and work to improve them, but also recognize that your weaknesses are not what society decides them to be. Your weaknesses are the things that work against you in life. Put it this way. They are the things that will stop you from improving and advancing in life. They are not what society perceives as weakness. So, know those weaknesses, get rid of them, or at least work on them. Learn to work around them if you can't completely get rid of them. And that, my friend, is confidence. Now, how do we develop dark confidence as introverts? First thing you want to do is detach from validation. This isn't too hard for us to do as introverts because we don't necessarily depend on validation, external validation, to be good with who we are. But reinforce that and don't even bother anymore. Stop seeking approval from others. Stop trying to prove to others that you're like them or that you can be a certain way. Stop trying to apologize, in a sense, for who you are or what you are or how you are. Stop. Because, confidence isn't about being liked or being approved of. Confidence is about being good with who you are, being good with what you are. Another thing you can do is to master the art of silence. Sometimes silence is way more valuable than talk. Sometimes silence is much louder than talk. You really don't always have to react or respond to things that people do or say. You don't. Choose to be silent. What was it saying? If talking is from gold, silence is diamond. I'm sure that's not how it goes, but that's what it feels like to me. Silence could sometimes be diamonds, like diamonds. You know what I mean? Third thing you can do to develop or nurture your dark confidence, you guessed it, adopt an I don't care attitude or mindset. It doesn't matter what others think of what you think or how you feel or what you do. It doesn't matter. Just be yourself. What matters to me is what the Lord thinks for anything else. And if the Lord is okay with that, I'm okay with it too. I'm not going to preoccupying myself with what others think or how others feel about it. Of course, as long as you're not hurting anyone or you're not intentionally doing things just in spite of someone or just to annoy someone. Number 4, sharpen your skills. Yes, become so good at what you're good at. So good that confidence will flow naturally, will come naturally to you when you become so good at what you're good at. We as introverts are very good with overthinking and being analytical. Okay, forget the overthinking. We're so good with being analytical, looking underneath the surface. We're so good with details. We have an eye for detail. These are very good assets. Take them, develop them, and become really, really good at them. They're going to serve you big. And they're going to give you confidence. They're going to improve your dark confidence. Another thing you could do to boost dark confidence is your posture, your body language. Stand up or sit up straight. Keep your head up. If you're walking, stay straight. Open out your shoulders. Don't drag your feet. Don't be slouchy and walking like you couldn't be bothered and walking like you're still sleeping. That doesn't exude confidence. If you're with someone, keep eye contact. I'm not telling you to stay fixated because that could be a little creepy, but make a lot of eye contact. That's a sign of confidence as well. I don't know why people wouldn't even make eye contact. I find it so insulting and so annoying when I'm talking to someone and they keep looking around, looking all over places like they want to keep up with everything else but with my conversation. This is very disrespectful. Keep eye contact as much as possible. It has a lot to do with how you carry yourself. Walk with confidence. Walk like you own it, not with arrogance, but walk in quiet confidence with reassurance. While the world around us, society tells us introverts to be louder, to be more outgoing, to be more sociable, to be more out there, we don't really need that as introverts. We don't need that for confidence. You don't need to change who you are to be confident. You just need to own your presence in a way that's true to you, authentically, because that's the only way you can continue being. Anything else will not be sustainable. Therefore, it's not gonna create confidence. You need to be sustainable with the way you are in order to create confidence. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a temporary high and then bam, it's gone. Listen to me. Dark confidence isn't about proving yourself. It's about knowing
that you don't have to. If that message resonated with you, hit that like button, comment, share your experience with us so that we can all learn and grow together, so that we can all feel better that it's okay to be the way we are. Let's create this beautiful community that is there to learn from each other, to grow together, and to vent. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for engaging, and I'll see you on the next one.